mad about it.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Los Angeles Rams.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Down! Blue 80!
Check 55, Mike. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Kill! That's it!
They'll run it here. This is James White. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it's going to be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw his car. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check 9, check 43.
First down, here's White. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
6 man. Check.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. From the gun, it's Carr. Open man is Westbrook, complete. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
12 yards to pick up, good enough for an Arizona first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now it's Hines. He'll have a first down past the 40. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. Here's Mahomes to throw. Dancing to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Mahomes looks to throw on third down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So on fourth down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up second and 10. Throwing again. Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Carr. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Davis now to return it. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over first and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Hines. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They run with Hines. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Yo,
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now here's Mahomes. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We're scoreless after one. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a second down coming up. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Flush to his right. And he completes it to Wilson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. On third down, Hines. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still fourth down upcoming. Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. This is a 26-yard attempt. The kick by Maher is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Here's White, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A pass there, complete to Westbrook.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Down. 180.
Watching you grind. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
He completes this to Sutton. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go with White on the counter. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Just heavy on the edges.
From the 39, Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, Where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Chris Godwin, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw, it's Carr. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was trying to get it there to Vernon Davis, the tight end. And it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dash.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr now to throw. Got a man open. That's Harry. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, but it'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up second down.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Yellow.
Let's go. Pick it up. Check. Cross.
Here's Hines. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line.
At their own 15-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Carr. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. 27 yards there, a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again. Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun, Carr. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 44-yard line.
And the Rams, first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
56, right there, 56. Rabbit.
Throwing on first down is Carr. The open man is Westbrook. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Mahomes going to throw. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
They go play fake. Mahomes escaping the pressure right. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Now Mahomes. Hard throw, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 20-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Got his man, that's Harry. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A huge play that time for the Rams. 57 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Mark Andrews, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Prater for the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They run again with Hines. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Can't get away, and down he goes. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James. A sack from his safety position.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now? Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Carr. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Down. 180. 93. 93.
They go right back to White here on 1st down. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Get him, boy. Down. 180. Right there in the middle. 55. You're right.
Now on 2nd and 13. Carr, he'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 26.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Carr now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, and partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Here's White. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 4. Leaves them with options here on second and just a yard.
Brings up second down at the 16-yard line.
What down? 180.
Hey, here we go.
From the 16, Carr. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, it's White, and they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Hey, Monday, down. 180. Hey, 734. Mike 55. Hey, Foxtrot.
Now on second and 13. Carr got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The Rams on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. Here it's 3rd and 2.
618. Mike 55.
Carr going to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Von Miller in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And the 13-year man puts it through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Let's go.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he finds Howard complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. This is Hines. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
I don't need to. 180. Watch the run. He's coming. Double up. Switch it.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
3 down.
Mahomes now on first down. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Look pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
On second down, it's Hines. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr. It's complete. James White. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Carr. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. Now the ball comes loose, and the Cardinals have got it going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball, so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mahomes to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Back to throw, Mahomes. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Hines. There he goes, right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Nyheim Hines, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Trevor Williams with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Then he'll give it here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That goes for 14 yards. 1st down, Cardinals.
A gain of 14. 1st down, Cardinals.
And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go.
Yellow. Long.
Down to lose 1. Down the tight. Down the tight. Down the tight. 4 down. Alert.
Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down. Today.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, you know, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So for the Cardinals,